text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
Yo. What's going on? It's MUKBANG Wednesday. MUKBANG Wednesday for Ty's Flipreneur, Flipman's Fliptainment, wholesaling real estate without using your cash or credit. What's happening? I'm starving. Oh.
What you eating today?
Have some mixed greens, as they call it. With a lemon vinaigrette, the fatita rustica, I think that's how it's pronounced.
It's giving weird.
Couple of pancakes and toast. Potatoes gonna have to be warmed up.
Hold on.
And y'all know plenty of syrup. Let's get questions. If you want to get to the front of the line, just text the word Gator, Gator. What up? Oh, not yet. I'm sorry. Gator, if you want to get pushed to the front of the line to get your questions answered on the live stream, and anything else, that's the 205-964-5243. You want a copy of the contract, you can text the number. Make sure you like and share this. Text the word contract. If you want to know how to text message, text the word text there. You want a copy of the script dealing with motivated sellers, just text the word script. You want a copy of the closing detail sheet, text the word close. And anything else, 205-964-5243. Should be up here on the board. Title of this particular daily is when to quit your job. Well, that's going to vary for each individual. Some people say once they find out about wholesaling, they just quit their job. Now, I don't know what your financial situation is, but I don't recommend anyone doing that unless you have a minimum of 6 bills stashed away. So a minimum of 6 months of bills saved, stashed away, or whatever. So, but again, I can't dictate how someone runs their thing, run their business affairs, meaning income. But ideally, and again, it's going to vary from each individual because some people are a little bit more disciplined financially than others. Some are a lot more disciplined. So, for me, I started in 2003, basically in, we'll say February of 2003. Well, educated myself in that January, started in February of 2003. Did my first deal in March of 2003, but I didn't quit my job until May 1st of 2006. Now, I probably could have quit, but I could have quit probably after the first year of wholesaling, but I was afraid to. For a couple of reasons that I'm not going to get into. It's too long drawn out or whatever. But so it just got to a point where me going into a job every day was preventing me from making more money. I had already easily doubled what I was making on my job through just wholesaling. So I could definitely support myself through it with it or whatever. So, but again, I had some money saved, had some money coming to me from the job because I had been there a little while or whatever. So, the timing was good for me. So it's just going to depend on what your financial situation is. But again, I recommend at least having a minimum of 6 months saved before you will make a move like that. And a lot of people, well, I didn't have any kids or family or anything to worry about. Some of y'all have those responsibilities. So you have to take that into account also. So we should have some questions.
Well, someone just made a statement. This is on Instagram. Closing my first deal this week or next week, Mr. Flipman.
This week?
They say either this week or next week.
Oh, that's what's happening. Let us know.
What are you eating?
Well, I guess it would be considered a salad. It's called mixed greens. It's a fatita rustica. Some the white stuff, some potatoes, pancakes, some toast. It's not good.
He's saying that because it's whole grain.
Hmm.
You saying that because it's whole grain.
But anyway, that's what's up.
All right. G-Mac from YouTube said, literally on my way home from work and asked myself this very question.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Big Silp said, we here, Footman, what's up?
What's happening? I'm here too.
Blaze 8, you remember him from yesterday? He said, LOL, I'm at work right now.
That's the 15-year-old?
Mm-hmm. Children had to work nowadays.
Where you
too.
working at, man? You in school?
All right. The Woo said, what's up, bro? Let's see. This is from Jenny Riggs. They said, I can't believe this is the topic while I'm contemplating in my head. Wow. And then they quoted DMX and said, Lord, give me a sign. He'll do it. You gotta just listen.
I don't know if I'm the sign, but
You could be, you don't know. He can use you. Ken Wells from Facebook said, what's going on, Flip?
what's happening, Kim? Ken? Okay.
All right, Byron Scott asked, Mr. Scott, fourth period, checking in. All right, go, because he's a teacher.
There we go.
I had a guy ask me if I'm wholesaling his property. What would you say to that?
Well, if you have a seller asking that, assuming it's a deal, I'll tell them, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that or whatever, but I'll be shocked if it's an actual deal. Normally, the seller just don't even know what that is.
All right. The Shoe Hustle from YouTube said cryptocurrency going crazy too.
I think that was, yeah, it is. Yeah, it actually is.
Let's see. Blaze 8 said that they got out of school early today and he does his online work from his phone while he's at work.
Oh, okay.
Laura Hudson, me and you got the same question. Ty, how the hell you don't know Michael Jackson's song? I want to be where you are.
I don't know that song.
We played it for him yesterday and everything too. He's sitting there looking like he didn't never heard that song before.
That couldn't have been one of their more popular songs.
It is.
No, it ain't. No, it
If
ain't.
they have a greatest hits album, that song is on the album.
Well, they probably got all their songs on there, but
Lord
yeah.
have mercy.
What is it?
Okay. B. Reynolds Sr. said, with today's market being a seller's market and everyone going for the same properties, how do you win today?
What you saying? With
He
today's
said
market
with
being
the-
a seller's market,
yeah.
and everyone at the same property, how do you win? Everybody not going to the same property. If you're talking about stuff that's listed with a real estate agent, then yeah, but we don't target those. Most of the properties that you're targeting, they're actually not for sale until either they see your message or receive a message from you of some sort. You can heat this up. And this got sausage in it, but I'm gonna eat around it though. I don't know what I was ordering.
All right, this is on Instagram. They said, hey, I stay in South Bay. I wanted to purchase a duplex. They would like to rent the front of the house and stay in the back of the house. Any guidance on that?
Well, sounds like a plan. Hopefully you're getting a decent deal on it. We always want to buy with some equity, significant equity, just in case a mistake is made somewhere. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have the resources. I'm assuming you have the cash and credit needed to get a property like that financed, or if the owner will entertain some owner finance, so hopefully that's the situation.
All right, this person says, so what's the topic I just got in?
When to quit your job.
This is on TikTok. Someone said a mukbang and education all in one.
Hey, we try to go against the grain. Combine the both worlds. We can lock out a lunch and spend some time with you guys.
All right, this is on Instagram. I live in a less populated area. Is it possible to wholesale in such a place, or should I look for bigger population cities? I'm in Mississippi, by the way.
Where in Mississippi? You're in Jackson, Hattiesburg, where else? Meridian. Where else? The Gulf Coast, Biloxi, Gulfport. You big? That's big enough. You're in Jackson. That's big enough.
Yeah.
That's big enough. Most definitely.
All right. Joseph Griffin said, what is the best dialing tool to use for cold calling my prop stream list?
We don't do a lot of cold call. We do more text messaging, but I would recommend batch dialer.
And then Ruth Ben said, how do I get cash buyers' contact information if it's an LLC?
You probably have to send them a letter introducing yourself or presenting a property to them. They're interested and they'll call you back.
Okay. Kings Ready from YouTube said, Flip, what do you look for when you target houses?
Plenty of equity, which depends on the condition, how many repairs may be needed. But that's what you're really on, is an equity hunt.
Okay.
That's where the profit is.
The Shoe Hustle said, honestly, you really win by driving for dollars, aka footwork. I guess does driving for dollars really work?
It can.
The video you did yesterday proved that.
Oh yeah, 35 big ones.
All right. Hyper Zombie from YouTube said, what's the best tool to average 2 to 3 deals a month?
The best tool? Well, if you text me, I'll send you the video, but if you go through the text messaging platform that I use, it will allow you to do that and put that many deals together. Now, it's still a process, but to answer the question, that's the fastest way and best way to get some deals right now.
All right, someone on Instagram said, how's the food?
How's the food?
Yep.
Well, I ordered something that I didn't know that's what it was, but I'm making it work. So it's good so far. They got my pancakes to coming. Y'all know how I get down on them.
All right, this is on TikTok. I have a house. I'm looking for the owner. How do I go about doing that?
You have a house and they look for the owner. What?
They just want to know how do they go about finding the owner.
Well, you can skip trace the number. You can ask the neighbors, but you can skip trace the phone number, assuming you've already determined who owns the property, which you can access that information for free through the county website, and you reach out to them by mail or phone.
All right. What do you do about organizing? This is on TikTok.
CRM system. It's you're in luck. Of course, as of recently, I have one to make available to you. So you can YouTube search it, or you just text me, and I'll send you the video on how to use it. It helps you manage your leads, create follow-up, which turns into more deals, more checks.
All right. How did you get into wholesale?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur first. I like to think I am anyway. So that's the reputation I had, good or bad, in college. So one of my friends and his now wife were going to school to become real estate agents, and the guy that normally taught the class wasn't there, so the substitute that replaced him that night didn't talk about being an agent. He talked about investing in real estate and creative ways of investing in real estate with no money. So basically, long story short, that sparked my interest. A couple of months later, I did some research, bought a course. Rest is history. The long drawn out story is and some of my other older flippinars or whatever. So.
All right. This one is from
Oh, here's more potatoes.
Ken Wells. I think those mine. Like one of those is mine. Like you know. They said, Gator, what's going on, Footman? Got my second deal lined up, just waiting on him to sign the contract. He contacted me from my bandit sign, and I sent someone to view the property. It needs light cosmetic work. The ARV is $215K, and he wanted $100K, and we settled at $95. I sent him over the contract. He wasn't trying to hear the 45-day and 21-day inspection period. He also wasn't with the $10 earnest money. Got the terms at $2,500 for earnest money and a 30-day contract with 14-day inspection. He thinks he should.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do it?
That deal, I wouldn't do that. You know, I'm not gonna let him dictate no $2,500. Just tell him to holler back at me when he's ready to accept $100. I'll do the 14-day inspection, but not that.
All right. The Shoe Hustle say you officially my Uncle Flip now. # free game. And
Pass the mics already.
I know.
They can wait.
All right, this is on
Don't
TikTok.
wait.
How many calls do you guys make in a day?
Again, we don't really do a lot of cold call. We do text messaging. But if you're trying to do it, it's just going to depend on what you're using to dial with. If you're just using your smartphone, you know, if you can knock out 100, that's a good number. But if you're using a dialer, you'll knock out 100 in 30 minutes. You know, so an hour for sure.
All right. This is also on TikTok. Do you think Zillow's new cash offer program will make wholesaling harder?
Nope. No one company, no one person, no one organization, no one website can buy up all the houses, can't even come close. Just like everyone won't respond to direct mail, everyone won't respond to banner signs, nor everybody won't respond to TV commercials, billboards, Facebook ads. It just doesn't work that way. And plus, they don't even target. They target more higher end stuff anyway, and they're only in certain markets also. So nah, don't worry about it. Do your thing.
All right. This is on Instagram. I'm reaching out from New Orleans. I'm a leasing consultant for 4 years. I love the industry, and I'm working toward my real estate license. I'm wanting to purchase a fourplex and occupy one of the units. If it's not occupied, how can I purchase one without any money? Or if it's
Without any money,
yes.
an owner is going to have to be willing to do some owner. An owner is going to have to be willing to do some owner finances to get a deal like that. If you don't have any money, really not going to be a way around that. If you don't have the cash and credit, you're going to have someone that wants to owner finance it to you. Hold a mortgage, as they say.
All right. Someone wants to know more about your CRM system.
Yeah, well, again, it allows you to manage your deals, follow up. You can call people through it. You can text message them through it. You can drop voicemails. You can email. You just be able to track everything. You can distinguish, set up pipelines for your cold calls, for your text messaging, for your bandit signs, for your driving for dollars, for your bird dogs. You can set up pipelines for your cash buyers. You can text everyone at the same time. You can mass text, with a small list, but you can do all of that. So just text me CRM. I'll send you the video.
All right, can you explain, this is on TikTok, can you explain refinancing?
Refinancing?
Mhm.
It's basically when you already have something, a loan on something, and either that lender or another lender basically do another loan. And in most cases, what people are trying to accomplish is a better interest rate in order to get some cash or out of the deal, out of the property. And they walk away with a check, taking some of the equity away, and they pay the loan back. So,
All right. The Shoe Hustle from YouTube said this is the type of stuff that all of the so-called OGs should be doing instead of crashing the youngsters out. Salute to you, Flip Man.
oh yeah, that's what's up, man.
All right. Mark from YouTube said in San Diego, it's very hard to find deals. Everyone I have come across wants way more than the ARV. Do you have any advice on what to do?
Well, how are you, when you say come across, how are you generating those leads? And understand now, we experience the same problem here in Birmingham, Alabama, and pretty much any city. Most people are going to want more than what makes sense. Most won't, but enough will. That's why you have to talk to a lot of sellers to get the one deal. But let us know how are you reaching these people?
Okay, Keelan from YouTube said, when reaching out to an owner of a property, what are the steps to finding out info in the county website?
Well, let's go.
It depends on your county website.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
oh shit.
Well, I got the little thing down there. They couldn't see that.
Oh, I'm going. You're looking for the number one, who owns it, that person's name, and then it'll also tell you in most cases their mailing address. It won't provide a phone number in most cases. So once you have that information, that's a lot of information, because now you can send them something in the mail, and or you can use that information to skip trace for their phone number, which will allow you to call and or text.
All right. Frank from YouTube said, how do you find the repair estimate of a house? Do you hire a contractor or assess it yourself?
Just assess it ourselves. Just a simple way you could do it. This is generalization. It's gonna work for most situations, not all. If the house is livable, multiply $25 times the square footage. If it's not livable, take that $40 times the square footage and just round up to the nearest 5. So if it says like 41,266, you round up to 45,000.
Okay. Shira Stevens from Facebook said, can sites like Zillow be used to find sellers? If not, what are some free options to find sellers?
Well, you can use Zillow to find deals, but it takes a special individual to do it that way, because it's such a tedious process. And even when you do, now you got to jump the hurdle that if they don't take the listing down and you start to market the deal, that information is there. Most investors the first thing they're going to do is Google the address. Now, if it's for sale anywhere on the internet, like Zillow, it's going to be in the first 2 or 3 results that pop up. And that person's contact information is there. Again, you can find houses that way, but it's one of the more difficult ways for most people. Now, what you could do, somewhat re-engineer and reach out to people that own that are trying to rent properties, and hopefully you're reaching actual owners and not property managers. And ask them would they be willing to sell.
All right, do you teach a 3-day course? If so, how much?
I'll be asking questions between my serve run. No, I don't have a 3-day course. I don't have it set up that way. It's basically just you get online courses, and then me actually coaching you through deals, by phone, text, email, whatever. So,
All right, do you pay someone else the cold call?
I'm not good at it, so I would have to either partner with someone or pay someone to do it. Well, but starting out, I encourage you to try to at least do it yourself, so you could train someone else, even if it's a partner or a VA or someone to do it the way you want to do it.
All right. Danielle Lee said, did I miss the first topic of when you quit your job?
Yeah,
we kinda
I normally do
covered.
that at the beginning, and so you can go back and watch the replay of this where I sort of went through it.
Yeah, it'll be on Instagram, YouTube,
Facebook.
probably something else, but it'll be a lot of it'll be a okay. Hyper Zombie said, so I can get in contact with a motivated seller with cold calling. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Jasmine Jefferson said,
Most definitely.
do you have to pay any additional money for the CRM program?
It's not free. It is a service, but it's inexpensive. At least I think it is.
All
Check it
right.
out.
Bo RC,
Check it out.
oh child, he was talking to somebody else. Okay. All right. Kings Ready said, do you need to tell the seller about an earnest money deposit / is one always needed?
Well, you always want to use an earnest money deposit. Just submit the contract with the earnest money amount you're going to pay. In most cases, they're not even going to question it. And if they do, you stick to the amount that you're willing to pay and willing to lose, really. So if that's a deal breaker. It could be a deal breaker. But most motivated sellers not even going to trip about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Hyper Zombie meant can I get in contact with the motivated seller without cold calling? Yeah, you can text them. You can send them some in the mail.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna have to talk to them.
Yeah. It's a bunch of stuff you can do. That's all I have right now. I want to remind everybody you can text front of the line to 205-964-5243 and we can answer your questions live on air.
Yeah, or Gator. We'll put you. That's the word I came up with.
All right, this is on TikTok. So is it wise to sell your own home yourself instead of a realtor
Well,
or rent it out?
that's what they said.
They had another question.
Depending on what your end game is. If you have the patience, you can stick a for sale sign in the yard, depending on the neighborhood. You can post it on Zillow, that's free. And I'm sure you'll get called. A lot of realtors are going to call you, especially if it's in a hot area, and see if you will allow them to list it. But you'll get more exposure through an agent in most cases than you will just doing it yourself for most people. But so then should you just rent it out? That's just going to depend on, again, if you don't really need the money as far as what the sale of the house would be, and you can receive your money slowly through rental. You'll get the appreciation of the house, maybe a couple of tax benefits. Then that income, you want to become a landlord, and what comes with that, because it's not always rosy, or whatever. You can deal with that, then yeah, most definitely.
All right, this is on Instagram. I watched a video
You get a
somewhere.
little heat on these, you know, man. I think it's these. Oh, no, yeah. They did what now?
All right. This is on Instagram. I watched
More
a video
greens.
somewhere where a guy said the wholesaler should become a broker and broker my own note. What does that mean?
I'm not sure what he's talking about, because you don't have to. If he means owner financing a property, but that means you got to have the money to buy it. The reason I talk about wholesaling, I'm normally talking to an audience where people don't have the money to get involved in real estate. He sounds like he's talking from a perspective he already has money. I'm talking to people that either don't have the money or don't know what to do. In most cases, they don't have the money. So wholesaling is a vehicle that will allow you to do different things in real estate that requires money or whatever. So, oh, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
All right, this is also on Instagram, same person. How do we get the dealer for 1 year? I saw it in one of your videos.
Oh, that was a promo. That's over with.
Okay,
I mean, get it for free for 1 year.
gotcha. This is on TikTok. What's the
You can
mindset?
still get it, but
Yeah,
not for free.
yeah. What's the mindset in getting started with wholesale you should have coming in?
That's what?
What's the mindset you should have coming into this business of wholesale?
Takes a lot of patience. Need to be persistent. You gotta have an attitude when you're dealing with sellers, especially. If you don't care if they do it or don't. Not that you won't be still nice. You have to have the attitude. I got $10 million in the bank. I can move on to the next person. Right? And just know it ain't easy, but it's worth it. Some deals will be easy, but that shouldn't be your expectation. Right? So you can do it. And I'm no smarter than you are. That is for sure. The only thing I've done is taken some very old information and put it in action. That's the only difference. That's it.
All right, this is on Instagram. Where do I get some of those pancakes? Need some food before doing these
I got some left here. They for sale. Cash out me. I'd rather you send me Bitcoin though, but cash out me some Bitcoin. I send them to you.
All right. Let's see. Jaquise from YouTube. I hope I said your name right. Last name Parker. He said I purchased 50 bandit signs. Is that enough? What's the minimum?
Well, I'm always going to start on doing some Jaquise, right? But 50 is not enough. It's a start, even though that's the amount that I first ordered, but I didn't know any better. So, but you got me. I didn't have me back then. That's someone like me, I guess you'll say. But that's a start. I'm always going to side on you did take action. Go ahead and get those out. Those are going to be really testers to see how long they'll stay up. And then go ahead and, if you can afford, go ahead and order some more or whatever. You want to probably order at least 200 more minimum.
All right. Barbara Browder from YouTube said, how much do you pay a month for a beginner LLC? I don't think it's anything you pay a month.
Yeah, LLC, to
Yeah.
establish an LLC, it's just a one-time fee.
Yeah.
If we understand your question correctly.
All right. Adam Macias from YouTube said, Ty, after listening to your live streams again, it's really hard listening to anyone else.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's what's up, man. Thanks, Adam.
Okay. Frank Tito from YouTube said, how do I find the ARV? Will the seller know how much you're making on the deal?
Okay. The first part, the ARV is determined by comparable sales, what other properties have sold for. If you text me on the 205-964-5243, I'll send you a couple of videos on how to determine that. It's for trying to prevent the seller from knowing what you're making. You either have to go to double close on it or do what they call a blind HUD. But I don't care that they know what I'm making. I'm not doing this for free. They're getting what we agreed upon. So they're supposed to determine how much I make. No, they know I'm doing this for business purposes. I'm doing it to make money. If you're getting what you're supposed to get in a deal, so you're going to trip about it because I make some money, no matter how much it is. You got some unreasonable people out here. Don't get me wrong, but most people, they got what we agreed upon. That's it. That's the only thing they're concerned about.
All right, this is on TikTok. Have you ever used virtual assistants for cold calling before?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, they just talking about your food right now.
Oh, that's the worst part. But the best part,
All right.
the white stuff.
10 cents for, oh my gosh. They said 10 cents because you had told them about Bitcoin or whatever for the pancakes. They said 10 cents for those keto pancakes.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, send it over. Cash out, man. Ash flip, man.
We need to start adding where we went.
Hmm?
We need to start like putting where we went, adding where we went,
Add what?
add where we went, like where we got the food from.
Oh, they gonna have to pay you to ask.
I can say that, Biden. What you think that's a good idea? Oh,
Cause that's what they
Like you
asked.
some home cooked meals.
that's what they're asking.
Yeah. All right, Lindsay Investments.
I'm like, yeah, we might need some bread for that, right?
Right.
Black.
That's a lot of appetite.
Lord have mercy. He said, okay, Lindsay Investments. I'm looking for a property, or I'm looking at a property in Bessemer. It's livable. He's asking for $12K for that area. Is that a good deal? 35020 zip.
Investment's tricky.
Yeah.
You have houses below 10,000. You have houses approaching 200,000.
Yeah.
It's real tricky. So, just have to know whether that's at over investment.
Because you got Bessemer, then you got McCullough right there.
Yeah, you got McCullough, got Lipscomb,
Yeah.
Roosevelt City.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's all I got right now.
All right, this is on Instagram. If I use the buyer's title company, do I ask him for their contact information so I can send them the closing details?
Yes, you do. Exactly.
Okay. Why would a wholesaler want to become a broker? How do they go hand in hand?
I don't know. I didn't understand that question. You're right. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you become a broker because a broker is basically like a pimp. I'm serious. You gonna
Please
agree?
explain. Come on. Keep going.
You gonna agree with me? What a pimp does, he sends individuals. Not even going to class their sex. He sends individuals out to do some work for him, and they bring him back a percentage of the work that they've performed monetarily. Now, a pimp might get a higher percentage than a broker, a real estate broker, but point taken.
Yeah.
A real estate broker has an office full of agents. In every deal that they close, they bring him back a percentage of the deal because he provides the office space, the brand name, whatever. A pimp does the same thing. He provides living conditions, supplies, medical benefits. So that's a form of pimping, a broker.
All right. This is also on Instagram. If
I most certainly will. What you got? That girl can catch.
All right. This is on Instagram. If a house need repairs, what type of return will turn the home from a deal maker to a deal breaker?
Just depend on the amount of the repairs. What's the ARV? What are the numbers? It's not enough information to even give you a cut and dry answer. Too broad of a question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I checked her out when the first time she did it. I didn't say nothing.
Keep your judgment right over there.
Hey, don't ever say about me having warm milk for my cereal.
It's good. You never had no hash browns and the syrup touch your potato? And it tastes good.
No, I want my hash brown on a separate plate if I can get them.
I'm not that person who's gotta have it separate. Y'all just put all my food.
Yeah, that's why I normally like to roll. Like people put their dessert on the same plate with like some beans and peas.
Oh no, that ain't
collard
gonna work.
greens.
That ain't gonna work.
I'm eating sweet.
Not no runny food.
I'm eating a collard green cake.
Yeah,
That's why my cousin is. He don't care. He like his food cold, so we already know we're dealing with somebody. He can eat cold grits.
Whole grits.
They be then caked up.
Ew.
They just like they're cutting them. Lumpy grits? Oh my God, no. That is terrible.
Wrong with y'all.
That would ruin my whole breakfast. I taste a lump and a grit.
Yeah.
And some grits. Hey, I told him you could do some time. Some eating habits he got. Oh, he can do some serious time.
He'll be okay.
It'd be all right. I remember I was working with this dude. Y'all know I already got a story. When I was a teenager, I was out of high school, but I guess I was out of high school. It was the first year I came back home from college. I had a job with the county, and our job was, we had a lot of dirt roads in the county that I grew up in, and so when trees would grow over start over the highway, they had this I don't know what they call it, bush hog or tractor, but it had this arm and it cut the limbs down. So when the limbs get cut down, the guy that's cutting the limbs down, me and this guy, we had to put the limbs out of the street, out of the ditch, back sort of like back in the woods or whatever. And so we got lunch the first day. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I did some hard work before, but I had never really had an 8-hour shift like that. The stuff I had done before that was like hauling hay, hauling watermelons, picking peas, stuff like that. Y'all don't know about that stuff, do you?
If y'all can't tell, we live in the
and so it's time to eat lunch. And he pulled out a can of pork and beans, opened it up, and started eating it. Just cold right out the can. Hey, I was hungry, but I wasn't that hungry. I could wait till I got home, but I didn't even bring any water with me or anything. And the dude that was over us, which he lived in my neighborhood, older guy, he had this before beers was cool. This old mustache, not shaved, and stuff. And he had a big old jug of water, and he drank out of it. And I had no water. It was hot as hell out there. And he handed over, you want some? Hey, they let you know when you thirsty, what you capable. There's no way I would drink behind Big John, rest his soul, or whatever. I drunk like, hey, that's some of the best water I ever had. Watered all over that nasty mustache. Anyway, back to regular programming.
Ill.
Oh, boy.
Ill.
Well,
I'm gonna say it one more time.
I wouldn't eat them pork and beans though. I wasn't hungry. I was thirsty. I wasn't hungry.
That's like souse meat and like potted meat and stuff like that.
Oh, I eat that.
I don't think
if I was still eating meat, I eat that
not.
right now. If I was eating that kind of stuff.
Potted meat and souse meat.
On some crackers? It's just like a can. You don't want to know what it is. That's a can.
It's a whole bunch of stuff.
And it's like a putty looking, like like chili putty. That's the way it look. You just take some cracker. Curb up in there. Ooh.
So y'all don't know what you're eating?
It's some type of pork meat. This is a bunch of pork substances, I'm sure. Grounded up into a mush. Oh yeah, you're right. And sausage.
All right. Luis Salazar said, this is from Facebook. He said, "What you eating, player?" And then he also said, hold on, let me scroll down. Come out to Cali, we can hit up some Mexican spots.
All right, most definitely.
We love Mexican food over here. What's today?
I'm finishing now. I had some pancakes. I had a patata, rustica, some mixed greens, some old nasty toast. And here we are, and the white stuff right here.
All right. Kay Young, she's responding to what you said about the brokers. She said it's so true. They are pimps.
I ain't hating. I just explained it.
Yeah. Laura Hudson asks, is targeting foreclosure a good idea?
For the purpose of wholesaling, it can be difficult. That's a difficult road. For a number of reasons. One of the main reasons is that actual foreclosure, a bank owns it or a lender owns it, some entity in most cases. And they're going to control too much of the closing process, which makes it difficult for you as the wholesaler. Plus, you're not finding a secret. I know you hear the word foreclosure. Most people think secret.
All
But
right.
it's not.
Jasmine Jefferson asks, what is a good website or way to find motivated sellers?
Ooh, just that's the whole business. Just Jasmine, JJ. What's up, JJ? That's the whole business. Really not a website per se, but you can use website tools such as Dear Later, aka PropStream, to build lists, text to flip, aka batch leads to text message. You can also use those to determine who owns the property, what's the value of the property. You can use those to build lists for direct mail, text messaging, cold calling. Other methods are bandit signs, door knocking, driving for dollars, Facebook ad, Google ads, other wholesalers, direct mail, whole gamut. But I talk about all of that on my YouTube channel. If you text me, I'll text you back, 205-964-5243.
All right. Ray from YouTube said, hey, Footman.
My drink is ready.
I have a cousin that is a realtor. What kind of advantage do I have? Also, does the realtor get a percentage of my earnings?
Well, if you have a cousin that's an agent, you're going to have to ask them what benefit they're going to bring to you. In my opinion, is unless they're just getting a lot of deals coming their way or listings, and they can transition some of those into wholesale opportunities for you before the property goes on to the market, they really have no value to you. Everything else is on the internet or whatever that a realtor can provide. Now, of course, I'm here to, if I got any realtors out here watching, I'm here to listen on how you can provide help to a wholesaler, because I don't know everything. I don't go by my little experience. Well, don't make a mess.
All right, this is on Instagram. Should I use my personal phone number on bandit signs?
That is a negative. You want to use one of the services such as Bumber, B as in Victor, UMBER instead of number. And then you can forward those numbers to your cell phone number. You can forward multiple numbers there for different methods of lead generation, because you'll want a number for your bandit signs, for your cold calling, for your text messaging, for your direct mail, and so on. And the reason that you'll have different numbers, it makes it easier for you to track your leads, see what's working, what's not working. If it's working, do more of it. If it's not working, see if you can fix it or whatever. So it just helps to track your leads with different phone numbers.
All right, is pre-foreclosure a good route for wholesaling? I have a ton in my area that the owners live out of town. Great new intro, by the way.
Again, I sort of mentioned that on the other pre-foreclosure. Unless the equity is already there, and then it doesn't matter if it's a pre-foreclosure or not, unless it's a timing issue, then it won't matter. But if you got to build the equity through a short sale, then that's a tough road for most wholesalers, especially newbies. Oh, my ice didn't. They ain't getting enough ice. They tripping on the ice. Can't get a full cup of ice.
They funny acting.
Real fun acting over there, but golly. All this money we didn't spend.
Right, because we really keeping them in business at this point.
Right.
Now you got to tell them what's in the drink. You about to drink.
I don't know what's in it. Just you're gonna have to tell them.
I'll find it on my phone. Let me. It's called
A morning meditation, even though it's afternoon. It still makes you feel like morning.
Mm-hmm.
It still makes you feel like morning, a morning meditation. I do the commercial for 'em. Oh, that's good. Oh,
That one's a little spicy.
oh,
That is not good, you guys. I tried it.
oh, that's good.
It's got that pepper in it.
Got the cayenne in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it tastes like.
Oh,
You would like the kale tonic. That's the one I get.
I tried it.
this better than kale
I
tonic.
didn't try
Yeah, mine red and orange. I don't know.
See? Oh, probably. Okay. This one says, what website do you use for bandit signs?
Just text me and I'll provide that information. Text me at the 205-964-5243.
Okay, Big Boy Music Group. I like to see people that be on here every day.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
it.
regulars. Hey, we love y'all. We love everybody that's joining, but the regulars,
Yeah.
hey, y'all, hey,
Mhm.
faithful, boy.
Okay, he said, at what point did you start scaling your business to where it is now to receive consistent flow of income in terms of organizing, marketing, and employees?
I've been doing this a long time, man. Probably whenever I quit my job. So, it's gotten better over the years. So I quit my job back in 2006. So what that is, 15 years? Yeah, almost as old as y'all.
Can't do the math around here. I can't
That's
do
15.
that part.
That's 15. 21 from 6 is 15.
Okay. See how you?
I can add some track. I can't do a lot of stuff. I can add some track.
I barely can do it. I
After
need my
that,
calculator.
don't get me to the next level of math. It's gonna be.
All right. This one says, do you personally use the app Deal Machine? Sorry. Do you personally use the app Deal Machine when driving for dollars?
No. Dealulator, aka Prop Stream. It's the app. I'm partnered with them, so that's what we use.
Right. That's our competition.
That's the competition. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's y'all being missing.
That's one of they. He worked for them.
You work for Deal Machine.
Dealulator, Prop Stream, man. Y'all know what it is. Don't come over here in this hood with that mess.
We're just playing, by the way.
No, we're not.
All right. Lizzie Investment said, are you 50-50 in Jasper?
I would. Jasper's big enough.
Yeah.
We found the right deal.
Yeah. All right. Michael H. from YouTube says, how do you explain to the seller you're wholesaling the property?
You don't,
You
Michael.
don't, darling.
Michael, you don't. Michael. All right. And people say, well, you should be transparent or whatever. Well, you can do that. Do it. I'm just telling you why you shouldn't do it. Not because you're trying to hide anything from, just like everyone on here, well, I don't say everyone, but most of the people on here have probably pursued this for hours as far as trying to educate themselves. And you still have questions, right? Imagine trying to explain this to someone in 5 minutes, I mean a seller, and they've never heard of it before. What do you think is going to happen? And why does it matter if you can perform and get them the money that you all agree upon? The contract says you are a buyer. It doesn't say where the money is coming from. It'd be different if it said it's coming from my account 06294278. Okay, now, you might have a problem. It doesn't say that. It just say I'm gonna be able to close on the property. Or at least my interest, I have the option to allow somebody to close on the property. They get their money, they don't care. But I'm just saying why you don't explain, because you're gonna lose more deals than you get. But you could do it. Do it. Let us know how that work out for you. Get back to it.
All right. This is on TikTok.
I wasn't screaming at him. I'm just saying I just know a lot of people. There's people post those, they'll be like, that's unethical. Who make ethics? Who is the ethics god? That's in real estate.
All right. This is on TikTok. Can you do a live session of you wholesaling?
This not HGTV, number one. We already struggling to put this production together. and then you got to get sellers to agree to do this. Buyer, you know what I'm saying? It's not that simple, man. It's just not. Yeah, and I'm saying it's not that simple. Yeah.
All right. Oops. Okay. This is on Instagram. This is the lady that was talking about the pre-foreclosures in her area. She said, I found 3 homes in the area that has over 150K in equity. But for example, one still owed 40K. Would that be a good deal?
Well, what's the ARV? What are the repairs?
And then, okay, on the next one, she said it was another lady that I think the equity was 210K. She's in pre-foreclosures 40K and repairs about 15K.
It sounds like a smoking deal. If you can get them, if you can get it, are you talking to them? Are they playing ball?
And are you just doing 50-50 in Jacksonville?
No. Wherever there's a decent amount of peoples, as my mama used to say, so I corrected her.
These people know me. All right. Big Boy Music Group said, in
People is
addition,
already a plural mother.
it's plural.
And then she embarrassed me in church. My baby said, it's people.
That's not embarrassing.
Huh? It was embarrassing because she didn't point me out. This time my baby said it's people. It's not peoples.
She was letting them know.
A church full of people. Peoples.
Oh Lord. Okay. Big Boy Music Group said, in addition, what amount of money should you have earned, I guess, until you start doing wholesaling full time?
That's gonna. I'm y'all let me just talk without.
Yeah, I was about to say something. But
that's going to be on the individual. You know, your bills ain't my bills. You know what I'm saying? Your bills may only be $1,500 a month, all in. So that means 6 months of that is $9,000. Y'all see that quick math? That's $9,000 saved or whatever. I'm only going to put numbers out there that I know what the answer is. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, so it's going to be what your financial situation is. You know, see, for most people, $5,000 a month takes care of what they got going on. Would you all agree or not? Not everybody, but for most people, $5,000 a month takes care. I'm talking about $5,000 in your hands takes care of what they probably got going on. Now you're in places like, I was about to say California, New York, that ain't enough. I'm talking about
you live
in the real world. I'm talking about in the real world.
Right.
Those places are not in the real world. In the real world, you know. So, but definitely $10,000. Let's say even out there, $10,000 is enough, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Now you may not, again, we're talking in moderation or whatever, because there's always different levels of things. A Toyota Camry do the same thing as a 600 Benz. They both are travel, but some people want this or that. They both are transportation or whatever. So it's all in moderation. What are we talking about here? If you're trying to live a certain lifestyle, then yeah, that may not $10,000 a month may not be enough for you or whatever. We talk about, and again, that's why it's hard to answer that question or whatever. You know, now if your current job is providing for you to ride in that 600 Benz, then you know what you need to be doing to, you know what I'm saying? So I hope you got the house to match up with it, and the car's not more than the house or whatever. So another topic for a different day. But anyway, so that's hard to answer what the amount of deals you need to be closing each day in order to cover your situation, because only you know your situation and who you're responsible for. You know, as far as a spouse, kids, or whatever. So,
yeah. All right. Frank Tito from YouTube said, "What is the inspection period mentioned in the contract?"
What is it? What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's basically a time to, as they said, inspection period. An inspection period at just on street level, that's time to see if I really want this deal or not. Do I really want to buy this house or not?
Yeah.
For a wholesaler, it also means that gives me enough time to see if I actually can find a buyer before that earnest money deposit goes hard and I lose my earnest money deposit. Mm-hmm. It gives me an opportunity to cancel the agreement or whatever. You can still cancel it after that. It's just the earnest money is normally going to be due to the seller.
Okay. This one is from Sheba Davis. She said, I texted yesterday and never received a reply regarding updating your clubhouse and
Huh?
any way I can help.
I responded to everybody. You sure you got the right number, darling?
She did text while we were already on the live, so maybe it just got,
We replied back to her.
as far as I know. I don't know. She said we didn't know.
Look. Well,
I can't look now.
you can't look now. I'm sorry.
Well, text us again, because this
Text
the
us
thing,
again.
though.
Text us again.
He ain't made no decisions on it, no way. So y'all
Yeah.
got to talk for real.
Yeah.
It could be why you ain't get a response yet. So don't be upset. We're figuring it out.
Yeah. We missed it. Text me
Yeah.
right now, darling. I'll make sure I'm looking out for Sheba Davis.
You read that one on TikTok. See. Okay.
Oh, and
Al.
I put us. I should have been did it.
What?
You know, like on Facebook, you have your profile page, and then you just have pages.
Mm-hmm.
I've never put it on my profile page. So
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You don't use it a lot. Anyway.
I don't use it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody brought to my attention, you hadn't posted anything since 2020. I said, where? We post up every day. And she said, I said, then I thought, I said, you know what? I never posted anything on my profile page. Oh, I just assumed it was going there. So was any of my folks out there to say, hey, what's happening?
Okay. Okay. Also, HD Film said that he'll help us with production.
On what?
Because you said.
Oh, that's my man that live in West End.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Michael H said he lost a few deals when the seller found out I was wholesaling the property.
There you go.
That's why you don't tell him shit.
I don't even know how that conversation comes up. You buy houses as is. You close in 2 to 3 weeks. What's the rest? Oh, you pay all closing costs minus any unpaid taxes, mortgages, or liens. Taxes, mortgages. TIM. Taxes, mortgages, or liens. TML.
All right, I heard, this is the only one I have. I heard that in some places wholesalers need a certification. Why? And is that true?
In the state of Illinois, state of Kansas, and in both of those states, in Illinois, I think you get a broker's license. They have different levels of brokers. Everywhere else, I think it's agents. In Kansas, you need a real estate agent's license. In the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, you need a wholesaler's license, but it's more like a business license, and a test is not required from my understanding versus the other 2 states. But everywhere else is fair game currently that I'm aware of. Correct me if I'm wrong.
All right. This one came from 7777.
That's what's up.
All right, that's a lot of good luck, child.
That's up. Number luck there, baby.
She said, Footman, you are the only one that I'm still subscribed to. You are very honest and straight to the point.
Oh, wow. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Where are you located? 777. Must be in Las Vegas.
Maybe so.
Huh?
Maybe so. Makes sense.
July
that's all
7th.
the
Oh, you know what that
questions I
means?
have.
July 7th. No, I ain't gonna say that.
What?
She don't like you that old. I was gonna say July 7th, 1977.
Oh, could be.
Could be. Could be not.
One of my cousins got married July 7th in 2007. That was
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it wasn't lucky because they got divorced. But that's all right.
Well, hey, whenever you get married, y'all already know it. Hey, check the stats on this. On a first marriage, there's a 50% chance of a divorce. Right? Well, I'm just telling you. Well, it is what it is.
She said she's in Maryland.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay.
So what about
on the second marriage, it's like 63%. Yeah, it's like 63%. On a third marriage, it's in the 70s.
So what that mean? You should never get
married.
And
the fourth marriage is in the 90% percentile that you're gonna get divorced.
Oh wow.
Well, all of them love each other.
Yeah, that's true.
See what you don't understand is that ain't gonna be enough in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying? So you start hey, love, you probably, well, sometimes they have kids already, but you might, hey, you once you start interjecting them bills into the situation, people change.
And that's it.
You didn't marry really who you thought you were marrying.
Come on now.
Unless you, a lot of times, this comes from somebody never been married before, but as my man Zoe Williams said, I don't have to tell you not to get on the airplane and 50% of them are falling out the sky. I don't have to be an expert or a pilot if 50% of the planes are falling out the sky, meaning that's easy. That I can tell you that 50% of marriage, you have a 50% of it failing or whatever. Those are the numbers. I didn't make it up. Those are the numbers.
So you ain't gonna
But so my point is, huh?
You're not gonna do it just because.
Oh no, that ain't the reason I haven't done it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been, the pressure hadn't been put on me to do it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So
Ain't nobody gotta apply no pressure. Ain't nobody gotta apply no
you
pressure.
want that.
If that's
Now
what
you
you wanna do, then
now
you
you're
do
putting
it.
someone in an ultimatum situation. It's already a negative. You know what I'm saying? It's already going in. I don't really want to do it, but I want to keep her. That's really why you want
I
somebody
want
that's
to
happy?
keep her.
You know what I'm saying?
She ain't a straight puppy.
I'm saying, well,
I want to stay with her. Now
yeah,
I want to
stay
keep
with
her.
her, stay, keep, whatever word you want to use.
Tried her.
But anyway, you really don't know someone until you live with them. Then some people say, well, I lived with them first. Well, you might have did. You know what I'm saying? You might have lived with them long enough. But the main thing is people change. That's be the biggest thing. People change.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They have different interests. So that's why love ain't enough. Sometimes you just got to be out of loyalty. Maybe some kids involved. Sometimes it's just finances or whatever. Most of the people that are married, you got the 50% rate. So what percentage you think of people that are married that wish they were divorced, but because, hey, I'm gonna make this sacrifice for my kids, or I financially can't afford to do this. Well, how many of those people like that exist that are actually married? A lot.
They need to
I don't know what the
wholesaling.
number is, but I'm gonna say it's above the 50% range. They just, that sacrifice is more important to them, the kids, or financially, it ain't worth going through to have to get a divorce. We should be cavemen. We shouldn't have no emotional attachment to people, and we just only should we should only get together just to reproduce. I think the world would be a better place.
Okay. All right. Somebody on Instagram said, I've been married since 2000, high school sweethearts, 97. I'm blessed. Y'all go get married. Thank you. Thank you.
I said 50%. I ain't say everybody.
I love her. Thank you.
You on the other 50%. Chantel, what's her name?
I think is it Shay Chantel? Yeah.
You're on the other 50%. Michelle. I said 50%. I ain't say everybody.
See, somebody on here said, so basically it sounds like you ain't get married.
Thank you.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, just like I changed my mind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no change my mind. It just, I proposed before.
Oh, you didn't tell
got
us
rejected.
That. You did not tell us that.
I'm glad that happened.
And what's crazy is I know the ring.
Huh?
He said, huh? We don't know what time frame this was.
What's that?
Was this before you was wholesaling?
I had started. No, let me say. I hadn't started. Had I? No, I hadn't, because I had to get along. I hadn't started because I had to get the ring on payment. My cousin, I ain't had the credit to do it. This before I started wholesaling. Went to Atlanta. My cousin, Ron, we went to a jewelry store and he got it in his name for me. 2,700 big ones. She turned it down, took it back, and canceled that account.
You tell us that.
That ain't never came up, but that's the best thing ever happened to me because but that's the best thing ever happened to me because it would have ended in a divorce.
Yeah.
I already know it.
This person on Instagram said y'all need an additional comedy channel. You can kind of tell what you watch. Go ahead and tell them who you like in comedy.
What? What?
They said you need an additional comedy channel.
What I watch in comedy? Talking about who I like?
Yes.
Well, I listen to Corey's show every week, but his his opinions have no reflection on the way I think. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it just come from experience. Hey, it just come from experience.
They said you saying the same thing as Kevin Samuel.
Who is that?
That crazy man, I was about to cuss. That crazy man who be bringing people on his live and like talking crazy to women. I think he a little.
I don't know. I don't know him.
I think he's giving us a queen.
I know we off track here, guys.
Yeah.
I know, but we
I think he a little.
I think we're off track. I don't know how we got on the
Suits be
marriage
so
stuff.
tight.
But I just like to throw it. I like to. When I looked that up recently, and I was amazed at those numbers: 50%, 60%, in the 70s, then the 90s on the fourth.
They said you've been watching Derek Jackson.
I don't know who he is. I mean, I know who he is, but I never watched his stuff.
Yeah.
But I heard what recently happened to him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't up here professing to be no angel and like saying this or that or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know it goes two sides. In most cases, the reason stuff can happen with men and women is because.
Didn't I say it?
What?
Go ahead.
What?
Somebody else said that Kevin, I don't like Kevin, he fruity. He is fruity.
Oh, that's stupid.
He is.
Oh, I got some. Hey, y'all don't want to know my opinion on some stuff.
Why would you do that?
I ain't gonna be the norm. I'm not gonna be the norm.
Yeah, somebody said I'm ready for marriage. Yes, it will last. Well, he ain't talking about everybody.
Let me give you some more information. Both of these young ladies are in their 20s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most, and I can only talk about. They said 30. Hey, both of these ladies in their 20s, right? Now, in most cases, right, and this is about the age some of your girlfriends getting married and stuff, and they went to college or whatever, got the situation started. In most cases, I ain't gonna go that deep, but in most cases, I'll put it like this: at 27, well, I may be a little different or whatever, but normally at 27, 28, let's say about a couple years or 29. I probably really wasn't ready to take care of nobody's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Not really the money side of it, but just I guess I was doing okay then. But it'd have been a combination of things. But and my thoughts on that: if I married somebody now, they wouldn't have to pay no bills. I don't care what they got going on or whatever. But back then, it was gonna have to be like a shared thing or whatever. But mentally, I wasn't prepared to be in a relationship of that type. Now you'll go through the emotions, but a lot of times you still, as a young man, you still doing a lot of things that ain't conducive to a marriage, if you know what I mean, or whatever. So for young ladies of you all's age, and I know you want to date people probably close to your age, it's really like it's almost a death sentence. And I'm talking about as far as the marriage being not working. That if you marry someone your age, it just ain't gonna. That's tough, man. We ain't ready. I'm being real.
Literally just said that.
We're not ready.
YouTube, they said marriage fails because 90% of women want to get married and 45% of men are scared. It's the men failing.
We're not ready.
Ooh, I don't totally agree with that.
We really probably ain't ready.
Tango,
I ain't talking about everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about everybody. But in most cases, we're really not ready to get married probably until our late 30s, approaching 40 in reality. But see, the problem with that is, though, women's clock are ticking or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? When women's clocks are ticking and they ain't having that, we ain't gonna do nothing until you what? No. So they rather just take the risk, you know what I'm saying? Bring these children, whatever. So, but anyway.
Sorry,
what's the next question?
We don't got no more wholesaling questions. Everybody listen.
All right, what's the next question?
I don't got one.
But I ain't saying nothing bad. I ain't saying nothing bad about women.
Y'all, these are our daily conversations in this office. Daily.
Only because Tyrone has gotten himself into some foolishness. That's
These are
that's the
daily
only
talks.
reason. Because hey, even at my age, some foolishness still can go down or whatever. So
Okay, we got one wholesale question.
got a
Thank you.
wholesale question. Back to wholesaling.
Thank you, Big Boy Music Group. He said, what do you think would be a great source of marketing leads for a consistent stream of income?
So what do you think would be a great source for marketing leads for a consistency? Well, ideally you want a combination of things, right? But if you just had to choose one, again, because the response rate with text messaging is so inexpensive, that's probably going to be one of your the better method right now. Somebody else got something going, what they said? Huh? Huh? Oh, okay. So anyway, well, y'all wow. Y'all wow. All right, so what we got? So anyway, guys, we went off the deep end. Hopefully that was entertaining. My little 2 cents on relationships and marriage or whatever. So if you're on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Like and share this. We're gonna try to do the clubhouse tomorrow if we can put it together. Now I still have the comps 101 tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the flippinar that we normally have at around 7 Eastern. I'm sorry, around 8 Eastern. So look out for it. Again, anything you need, text me at the 205-964-5243. This has been a wonderful mukbang that hopes don't come back to haunt me in some kind of way. The opinions and views of Tyrone Taylor are not the reflection of the flip man. So there's no excuse. Everything you need to know is on my YouTube channel. There are no excuses. You literally have nothing to lose when the knowledge and training is free.
I see this land question on here on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you text that to him at the numbers on the board, 205-964-5243, he can answer it for you. And if you didn't get your question answered, you can text it there. These videos will be in replay mode. You can comment there, or you can comment on any YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know 205-964.